Good morning, Endeavour, and a very happy Wednesday to you, middle of the week already. Now, we rejoin our class novel at chapter 12, where we find out all about why the gods have caused so much suffering down here on Earth. Our writer is going to try and explain it. Greece, in the palace of Zeus, on Mount Olympus. Here we are again. If I'd gone to school, I would have known this story. Maybe one or two of you readers may know this story, in which case you can skip to the next chapter and see what happened at Mucklethrift Manor. But if you don't know about Pandora, you'd better find out about Zeus's revenge. We all know about Pandora, don't we, from last week? Hera took Zeus's pot of thunderbolts from him and held his hand. Now, husband, we need to sow a little misery in the human world. Yes, dear, he said, growing bored already. It will take a woman to do it, Hera said. There's a surprise, Zeus muttered. Hera glared at the great god. He smiled and said, What's the plan, my sweet? First, we need a woman, a young woman. Get me one. Zeus reached over to a table beside the throne and picked up a small bell. It clanged. The clang faded to silence. Nothing happened. Zeus rang it again, twice. Clang! Clang! Zeus sighed. Hera tapped her foot. Nothing happened. Zeus rang it 3 times, 4, 5, 6 times, louder and more angrily. Something happened. All right, I'm coming. Keep your tunic on, Zeus. A young man flew in through the door wearing a satchel at his waist. It hung over his shoulder by a leather strap. He put a wooden rod by the door. Snakes were twined around it. The young man had wings on his sandals and wings on his helmet and a cross look on his face. What do you want this time, you miserable old goat? The wingman snapped. Zeus looked annoyed. I want you to run an errand for me, Hermes, my son. Ooh, Dad wants me to run an errand for him. Anyone would think I was some sort of messenger boy. Jump here, go there, Hermes. I'll click my fingers and you can jump through this flaming hoop, Hermes. What do you think I am, he whined. You are a messenger of the gods, Zeus roared, and set off an avalanche in the Alps. It's your job, Hermes. You were given wings so you could do it. And what do you think you are in Olympus for? The messenger blew out his cheeks and thought, well, all the other gods sit around eating ambrosia and drinking nectar, don't they, when they're not doing godly things, he sniffed. Ambrosia, if you don't know or haven't guessed, is a food of the gods. It's the most delicious food you could ever imagine. In fact, the most delicious food you could never imagine. Take all your favourite foods in one. For me, that would be chicken and gravy and chocolate ice cream. I once stole some from the kitchen of a rich house and I've never tasted better since. That would be my ambrosia. Exactly, Zeus said, grabbing the strap on Hermes' satchel. They all earn their ambrosia by doing godly things. Poseidon is out there. His job is to look after the sea. He threw the messenger away from him. He makes me sick, Hermes quipped. He laughed like a braying donkey. Get it? Sick. Seasick. Hera glared at him and he smiled back at her. Cousin Hades looks after the underworld, she reminded him, and that's where you'll be going if you don't obey Zeus. Ooh, the underworld, Hermes brayed. Dead good place to go. Get it? Dead? The land of the dead? Dead good? Do I have to remind you about Atlas? His job is to hold up the earth on his shoulders. Ooh, what a back-breaking job, Hermes said, pulling a face of mock pain. Hera was furious. Zeus, hit him with a thunderbolt. You took them off me, my dear, he reminded her quietly. Hermes looked scared enough and backed away. He tried to keep up the brave act, though. Ooh, you great gods can't take a joke, can you? Of course. I'll run your little message, oh great one, he said, and fluttered his wings. What do you want? Zeus frowned. I've forgotten. Hera leaned forward. He wants a woman, she said. Ooh, why would he want another woman when he has someone as beautiful as you, my dearest? Hermes fluttered. Hera reached forward and grabbed Hermes by the satchel strap, just as Zeus had, but she had long fingernails and they dug into his bare chest. The messenger whimpered. Listen, stepson, I have had a special woman made. She's in a cave at the bottom of Olympus in a chest marked Pandora. Ooh, must be stuffy in there, Hermes said, wriggling and trying to free himself from her grip. She's sleeping. Bring her to me, Hera said quietly, and bring the jar that is in the chest with her. Do you understand? I'm not stupid, Hermes said sulkily. If you are not back here in 10 beats of a bat's wing, I will get Zeus to throw a thunderbolt into your insolent mouth. All right, Hermes whined. Let me go. I'll be back before you can blink. Very funny, Hermes said. As she released him, he rubbed his pinched skin and flew off down the mountainside. Now we need a stupid man, Hera said, looking at Zeus. Don't look at me, her husband said. Who's the most stupid titan, she asked. The brother of Prometheus. Epimetheus, Zeus said. Everyone knows that. Exactly. So it's only right that we should get Epimetheus to bring the curse of Prometheus to humans, Hera said smugly. The heavenly couple watched as Hermes flew in the door, carrying the lifeless form of a beautiful woman in a small jar in his satchel. The messenger placed on the marble floor in front of Zeus and looking watchfully at the bowl of thunderbolts at Hera's side. Can I go now? Hermes asked. No, Hera said sharply, and she turned to Zeus. This is Pandora. Beautiful, Zeus said, and then caught her glance, but not as beautiful as you, my dear. Beautiful enough for Epimetheus, she said. I had her made this way. Now, Hermes, my little stepson, breathe into her and give her the gifts of a lying tongue and a cheating heart. I'm sure I don't know what you mean, Hermes huffed. Just do it, Zeus sighed. The messenger breathed over the resting woman, and a sly look seemed to slip into her eyes. It was then Hera's turn to breathe on the young woman. When she had done so, Pandora sat up and looked around, slyly. Hera nodded, pleased with herself. Girl, she said, your name is Pandora, and we have a task for you. Ah, the girl smiled like a snake about to swallow a squirrel. Goody, goody. Endeavour. What's going to happen next? We rejoin it tomorrow night, back at Mucklethrift Manor. See you soon. Bye.